first.
Yeah, I gotta get this out. Oh. But it's getting stripped. You wanna give it a shot?
Is that the grinder?
Yeah, that's right here.
We're not to worry about, protecting that.
You're not saving it?
If I can't get it off, I ain't saving it, no.
Working on Jodi's bus today. So Scott just set up the camera and kind of just let it go. So I'll go back in here and just try and give you a little bit about what's going on. But that's Mason, Scott's son, who's actually helping in this build, and thank God that we have him because we need the youth and the strength and the agility of those younger capabilities. So glad to have him. Anyways, one of the first things we figured out that you need to do is to determine how the bus is going to be used. So Jodi eventually has said that she wants to do what we're doing. She wants to travel in her bus and see a lot of the U.S. But for right now, she's going to be using it for camping. So the beauty of the bus thing is that they're, you can remodel and you can change it and you can update things, fix things so much easier, and they're made for heavier use, I think, than a regular camper is. So it'll last her until she retires. So with that being said, it has been decided that although she's using it as a camper, she still wants it to look nice. So the ceiling's coming out.
I have it pinned to where you just gotta take out 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Alright.
And then same thing on this one.
Okay. Go for it.
So they're figuring out how to do that. And when they had, the previous owners had put in the previous owners had put in they put in that bubble light there, and they had just stuck bolts down through the ceiling. They were kind of sticking out, so that was part of the problem, trying to get the ceiling off. So, and it's fiberglass.
Sparks are going to be shooting.
Alright.
That way. So you might want to watch out.
They both just put on mats also because it's going to get a little hairy up in there. So the previous owners had taken out the emergency exit and put in that bubble skylight, but it was leaking. So those bolts that came down through is what Mason just took the grinder and just sawed off those bolts. And I'm pretty sure Jodi wants a max fan in that space anyways. So yeah, so the extra bonus actually of taking off that ceiling is Scott's gonna be able to do the wiring for the lights. Can kind of check the construction, since the fiberglass thing is kind of a new thing for us. We didn't work with that kind of construction before, so just trying to figure out how it's built and what's holding it together. It's always a good idea. And they had previously taken off and back there they had taken off that cowling on her air conditioner in the back in the prep of this removal. So they're getting close to taking it down here. So see what's happening.
Oh shit. Wow, we gotta go out that way with it, right?
Yeah.
Spin it around. Let me get my leg out of this.
You wanna go outside?
Go ahead and
Go outside now.
I'm gonna try to get the wires out of it. There you go. Where do you want to go with this? Woo! Huh?
So we need to save all the parts that are removed just until we're sure we don't need them or they can't be repurposed. So, yep, Jodi's ceiling is going to just be hanging outside in the yard with the wood she brought over for those guys to build with, and the old fold-out futon that they took out of the bus that the previous owners had put in there, and hanging out just waiting to be used.
Is that all fiberglass up there too? I bet you that one's glued on.
Well, I think this is a fiberglass sandwich. The outer fiberglass and the inner fiberglass. I think it's put together and glued with the honeycomb
Yeah,
for insulation purposes.
right.
I think that's the structure of it. So if this thing was ever to roll over, it would probably just crush. There's no crush, there's no, you know, strength to it. Unless you consider honeycomb cardboard strength.
So, like I said earlier, they needed to figure out the construction so they can figure out how to build on it. And now it's even more important to figure out how to kind of beef it up, I guess, because I want to make it safe for her. But any structure that they add or build onto it from this point will help with that, I'm sure. So, yeah, so they're just going to take out this next section here. It's just amazing that whole entire ceiling is just in 2 pieces of fiberglass. But, I mean, I guess that's the beauty of the construction for them to begin with. I mean, you know, as far as it being used as a shuttle bus. But, I mean, you can see that it was in 2 pieces just from the inside looking at where it was attached to the ceiling. But, I don't know, I just still found it pretty interesting.
One of those bolts. There you go.
Pretty sure that they're leaving the cab area there. That's what you see where the stripper pole is there, you know, and at the top of the video. That's all the cab area. That's going to stay there just because it's fine. It works well. It's attached nicely. So that's just gonna stay. Who knows, she may paint it or something, I don't know, but maybe she'll fill it with stickers. I don't know. Maybe, oh no, can't magnet that one. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
I said, okay, yeah. I guess we don't need that anymore. Yeah. Well, don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Yeah, the other one, Mason, is we're gonna
I'm listening.
I think we're going to cut this out,
Okay.
but I think we're gonna hold off on that until we. I'd like to be able to find a door for it, or because when we cut that out, it's gonna be ugly like that, I guess I'll have to take that speaker out maybe and take a peek back there.
I can always paint it.
Yeah, if it's this enough smooth, maybe just some layers of.
I could, like that spray can, like rhino liner,
Yeah,
like the rubber,
yeah.
because that'll cover nicely and give it some texture.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll have a problem with texture.
You have a problem? What?
I don't think we're gonna have a problem with texture.
Well, no, I mean like it'll make it look a little nicer rather
Yeah.
than
Right.
an ugly fiberglass.
Yeah. That motor's still there. Maybe disconnect it.
You got a tape measure in there? You get measurements for the opening there?
Right there. Backlights. Well, the hole is going to be 42 by 13 and a half.
Okay, because they make camper doors like that.
Right.
Where did you guys get all your doors? Isn't that at Delaney's?
14 inches by
42.
42 inches RV storage door.
We actually built our camper cabinet doors, but Scott quick checked online just to see if he could find an actual RV storage door that locked for Jodi before they did anything else on it, just to see.
Man alive. I don't know if I'd want to crawl on this roof.
Well, you probably don't.
Well, I mean, I'm avoiding it a lot.
Have you looked up there to see what bolts on that?
No.
I'm willing to bet that that thing is bolted down and then the shell on the top of this was put over those bolts, I bet.
This was added on.
Was it?
Yeah, this was added on by the last guy. That was an escape hatch at one time.
Oh. Well, hold on. Let me climb to the back of my truck. I can see up there.
Our dilemma is somebody put this skylight in here, cut the hole way too big for say fantastic fan or anything like that. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. But she wants to put a car siding ceiling in here. So we're going to have to drop that AC unit down about an inch, slide our car siding underneath it, and then bolt it back up. That won't be bad. We got an upper bulkhead that'll cover everything real nice. We will come up with some upper sides here to match the front angle. Right here. So we'll be able to add some cupboards and that kind of thing. So, and going to be running some electrical here for lighting, and I think there's going to be 2 lights back here in the bedroom area. I think there's going to be 4 more out here, just mini spotlights. There will be a wall where that green tape is, another wall over on this side of the wheel well, about where the edge of the shower is. The shower is going to go next to that, and somewhere in here she plans to put a pedestal toilet and a kitchen. We have this whole side over here that we can put some seating. I got to get the batteries underneath the bed, the converter. She has this pure sine wave 4,000 watt inverter, 2,000 watt continuous power, 4,000 watt surge. That'd be good enough for what she's going to use it for. And I got to get a transfer switch in there. I got to get my plumbing in there, my pump, water fill valve, shore power plug in over there. There's a gray tank going in.
Okay, this is entertaining just in itself. Watching them snap lines. Scott's going to tell you what's going on here in a little bit, but working on Jodi's bus. Took him a while to figure things out, get some parts in they needed, get things ordered. And Mason's here, just Scott's son, helping out. And they're going to get some stuff done today. Very exciting. They're lining up all the boards for the ceiling here and marking them ahead of time. Mason's going to go pre-drill holes. We'll eventually show you what the why they're pre-drilling the holes, what they're putting into the ceiling, what's gonna hold these 1x3s up, which by the way,
Rivet nuts.
Rivet nuts, he says.
1/4 inch by 20.
Shove those up a little bit. There you go.
You're gonna have to fix the edge of that. 1/4 inch by 20 rivet nuts.
1/4 inch by 20. Wait, you're off a little bit here.
No. My hand. Don't forget about that end.
Okay. Okay. Where are those rivet nuts? I want to see them. This is what they're doing. They have one up. So, they pre-drill the holes in the wood and into the fiberglass ceiling. And this is the
These are rivet nuts.
This is the rivet nut. They have screws in them. And then what's the...
And then, what I'm doing is I have to drill a hole, a pilot hole, through the board into the fiberglass ceiling. Then I have to remove that board and put a 3/8 inch hole in, so then I can install one of these rivet nuts. And my rivet nut installer is basically a rivet gun. And you squeeze that together and you have a rivet. And Robin will...
No, I won't.
Robin will
Hold the camera.
hold the camera.
Mason's just pre-drilling holes here.
We have these boards marked and pre-drilled, and they follow on these lines here we got, and they are, I have them laid out 24 inches on center all the way back. It's going to be a total of 8 boards. I think I said in a previous video that I'm going to remove that skylight and put in a max fan, so this will end up getting framed in also. And that's the way it's going to be. Those rivet nuts hold those boards to the ceiling. I'm surprised how tight they are.
Did you show the ceiling construction here? That's why we had to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You did show that.
No, because basically the ceiling is 2 layers of fiberglass with honeycomb cardboard between. It's a very strong structure and it's glued, but there's only a thin layer of fiberglass to screw into. That's why I have to use rivet nuts. There we go. You know what? Yep.
So in the pre-drilled hole of the 1x3s are now drilling into the fiberglass so they know where to put those rivets exactly.
Now I'm going to pre-drill the rivet holes.
Oh, that's not oh, they gotta be bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
You know, just saying.
I don't know, just saying.
Now,
Okay.
now I'm going to drill my 3/8 inch holes. Mason is going to install the rivets. I got one loaded already.
And there's a reason why Mason's doing this. Because the strength of the youth. And he laughs, but it's the truth. Plus, working over your head is not an easy thing to do when you're in your 60s. Thank God for kids.
These are really loose.
Okay, so then we're going to look at what happens here. Oops. Oh, that's what you end up with. You know, we could do just a whole video just on this ceiling. I mean, with the max fan installation and
Well, there's gonna be more steps to it, so.
yeah. One, two, three, four. So how many in each? Just 4 screws in each. That's amazing. But that's... It feels good and tight though, huh?
Yeah.
Which is super cool. Okay, so now they're going to line up the holes.
Do one at a time here, Mitch.
Just like it looked like it was planned.
Want to get this end one first, or no? Oh, this one. We have to move it front or back.
See it?
I can see over here. I can see the product line right now. Right there. Keep going. Oh.
Come back. Come back and tighten it too.
Popped out.
That's it.
Okay, so what we plan on doing is putting boxcar siding, tongue and groove on the ceiling. So it'll sit in this fashion.
Yeah, it'll be beautiful. Jodi's already got that picked out, and it's at her farm. She's pre-finished it.
Well, we'll get this back up and we'll film it again to see our progress.